Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a look at a really interesting source. It's a podcast script aimed at helping people pick up English fast, using what they call real conversations for daily life.
That's right. And what's fascinating is that even if you're not learning English, there's a lot here about, well, just learning effectively. Communication, skill building.
Exactly. It's about extracting those core learning strategies. So this script, it covers three main topics:
Yeah.
hobbies, travel, and work. Pretty everyday stuff.
But packed with useful techniques, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, our mission here is to pull out those insights for you, things you can apply to learning pretty much anything.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, the conversation about hobbies.
Right. So this first dialogue is between two friends, Alex and Lisa. They're talking about photography.
And it starts pretty simply, doesn't it? Lisa asks, "Hey Alex, what do you like doing in your free time?"
Yeah, a classic icebreaker. Work anywhere, really.
Then Lisa says, "Oh, I'm really into photography." That phrase, "I'm really into." It feels very natural, very casual.
It does. It's much less formal than, say, my
Right.
passion is. It's a great little template,
Yeah.
I'm really into cooking, hiking, podcasts, whatever.
Uh-huh. Easy to adapt. And Alex jumps in with, "Same. I'm a beginner, though." I like that bit.
Me too.
Yeah.
That immediate connection, same.
Yeah.
But then qualifying it. I'm a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
It opens the door, doesn't it?
It does. It acknowledges that difference in skill level, which is, well, it's relevant to learning anything new, right?
Right.
We all start somewhere.
Absolutely. And it sets up Lisa's offer nicely. She says, yeah, I use Lightroom. Want me to show you some tips?
And they highlight the phrasal verb, show someone the ropes, meaning like teach the basics.
Which is super useful. That whole idea of mentorship or just, helping someone get started.
Do you think that willingness to be a beginner, to ask for help, is maybe just as crucial as being willing to teach?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think they're connected. You need both for a good learning dynamic, whether it's formal or just like friends chatting.
The script also points out a grammar thing here, using the present simple for habits, like, I take photos every weekend.
Right. Basic grammar. Maybe not the most thrilling topic for everyone, but
Yeah.
it's fundamental for clearly talking about routines, facts. She edits her pictures carefully. It just makes communication precise.
It does, and it makes you think, doesn't it? We use these structures all the time without really analyzing why they work. Understanding them helps avoid mix-ups.
Definitely. Then there's this practice exercise they suggest. Using templates like, I'm into your hobby. How about you?
And can you show me how to activity?
Yeah. Simple structures, but so powerful for starting conversations, showing interest.
You can see how you'd use that anywhere. Learning software, joining a new gym class. I'm trying to get the hang of this thing. How about you?
Exactly. Or, can you show me how this machine works? It's a universal way to connect and learn.
Okay, so that's hobbies. Let's shift gears to the second conversation. Travel. This one's set at an airport.
Right, a tourist asking an officer for directions. Very practical scenario.
The tourist asks, "Excuse me, where's the baggage claim?" That where's the structure is, like essential toolkit stuff.
Absolutely. Not just for travel. Where's the restroom? Where's the meeting room? You use it constantly in unfamiliar places.
And the officer helps go straight, then turn left, but then adds, "Do you need a trolley?"
That little offer do you need? It's simple, but it's proactive help. Makes a big difference.
It really does. Such a small thing offering help. It works everywhere, right? At work, with neighbors.
Totally. Builds instant goodwill. Then the tourist asks, yes, please. Also, is there free Wi-Fi here?
The "is there" question for checking availability.
Yeah, another core phrase.
Yeah.
Is there parking? Is there a later appointment? We use that pattern all the time to get information.
The script also mentions pronunciation here, specifically baggage claim and Wi-Fi.
Right. Pointing out the subtle sounds. It's a good reminder that clear articulation matters, even with common words or, technical terms in your own language.
Yeah, mumbling a key term can definitely cause confusion. It's not just what you say, but how clearly you say it.
Exactly. And they include a role-play challenge.
Yeah.
Pretend you're lost at a train station.
That kind of active practice, even just thinking it through, really helps cement things, doesn't it? Builds confidence for the real deal.
It forces you to actually use the phrases, even if it's just in your head. Makes them stick.
Okay, final scenario. The workplace. Office small talk. Emma and Mark discussing a project.
And this brings in some business-focused language. Emma starts with, hey, Mark, how's the project going?
Simple, direct. How's task going? A standard check-in.
Very standard. And Mark says, almost done. Just fixing some errors. Busy week, huh?
Fixing errors, that's universal, isn't it? Every project, every learning curve involves mistakes and corrections.
Absolutely. It's just part of the process.
Yeah.
And acknowledging the busy week that's relatable small talk builds a bit of connection.
Yeah, shared struggle. Then Emma uses the idiom, tell me about it.
Right. Explained as showing agreement, building rapport. Idioms are, they can be tricky, but they add that layer of fluency, of sounding natural.
Definitely makes the conversation feel less stiff.
And these little exchanges, they add up. They contribute to the overall team atmosphere, the workplace culture.
And speaking of culture, they have a cultural tip. Grabbing coffee as informal networking.
Yeah, highlighting that sometimes the words mean more than just the words. Understanding those subtexts, those cultural nuances is key.
So important. Whether it's learning a language or just navigating professional life, knowing the unwritten rules prevents awkward moments.
For sure. What seems casual in one culture might be seen differently elsewhere.
So pulling it all together, looking back at this English learning script, the methods are really applicable across the board, aren't they?
Absolutely. Using real conversations, focusing on useful vocabulary, understanding basic structures, practicing actively, being aware of culture. These aren't just language learning tricks. They're effective learning strategies, period.
Right. And the homework they suggest, practice a dialogue, learn new words. That idea of deliberate, focused practice is key for improving any skill.
Definitely. It makes you think, how could you apply that kind of structured practice to whatever you're trying to learn or get better at?
And I have to admit, I was intrigued by the teaser for their next topic, flirting and dating in English.
Yeah, that's quite specific.
But it makes you realize even those very specific social interactions, they probably reveal a lot about communication strategies, how we connect, persuade.
Oh, for sure. There are layers of communication happening there.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads to a final thought, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, just think about the everyday conversations you have or overhear, even in your own language. If you started consciously analyzing them, how things are said, not just what hidden strategies or cultural assumptions might you uncover.
That's interesting. Paying attention to the how could really deepen our understanding of, well, everything. Communication, connection.
Yeah, maybe reveal subtle ways we could all connect a bit better. Makes you think.